if we have an appropriate constitution, government will perform even much better. Why is it that the nations that have good constitutions do better than the nations that don't have good constitutions? He is talking of Britain. It's different. In Britain, there are certain ideas agreed upon by a unified people. There is a parliament, it's based on some monarchical order. There is an order which is like a constitution. In America, you have a written constitution which governs the behavior of leaders.
So you're saying the constitution should govern
yes,
the behavior of our leaders?
It is what creates the ideas and the behavior of leaders. In Britain, Cameron was able to live because the order, which is basically unwritten constitution in America, defines how far he can go, having failed in the ideals he was pursuing.
The Brexit. Oh, ALHAJI SUBAIR. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, learned man.
Good morning, sir.
I want to ask a question because the issue of restructuring is a key issue in this country.
Okay.
One, I want the learned man to tell us during the time of amalgamation, when Nigeria is coming together. I mean, it's coming to together. Yes. When you mentioned that the enforcement of our colonial did to us. Yes. I want to ask a question with our leader at that time. We had as a clause that after you have been together for maybe 2 decades or 3 decades. If you are not together, that is, if there's no peace within your unity, I think you can recall that amalgamation. One, let me tell you, sir, the problem we are facing in this country, like you mentioned, the leader mentioned something which is very interesting. Mm-hmm. Being you a Yoruba man, that word Yoruba bind you together. Being you an Hausa man, that Hausa man bind you together. And if you retain your constitution from today to in the next 100 years, Hausa man will continue to undergo a Sharia court, a Sharia constitution, which they claim is superior than the constitution of Nigeria. So unless we are deceiving ourselves, look at if you live from Jeba, if you know where River Niger is, if you descend from that bridge, from that place to Lagos is Yoruba territory. So what are you talking about? So our living together, there's no gain in it. So reason of the restructuring is very, very highly necessary, and that is the way I look at it.
All right, and thank you so much, ALHAJI SUBAIR. He said it became faulty from the amalgamation. I think that's the
because
idea.
The amalgamation forced us together. There's nothing wrong with people coming together. People can come together to create something bigger and more beneficial and more conducive for their general interest.
But some people,
but they must have some kind of understanding.
Okay, some people believe in the balkanization of Nigeria. What do you think about that?
That is also part of the discussion. Me, I don't believe in it. I believe that this nation has great potential because of its size and its population. The size, the population, the boldness of the faculty of her people. This nation can be a great nation. And the way you will know that this nation can be a great nation is to appreciate what this nation went through under the last government. There are few nations that will have lost so much public money and will still stand. Few nations.
ODEDEYI, good morning, sir. You're calling from IKEJA.
Good morning, Dapo. Good morning, our guest.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Yes.
Well, I've always believed that even with the present constitution, Nigeria can be great. The major challenge, I believe, is corruption. I believe that if we can tackle corruption frontally, 90% of our problems will be over. We will have enough resources to take care of everybody. And all these agitations and complaints will naturally go down. Once you have access to the good things of life, your family member is sick, you have access to pre-medical attention, you can take your children to quality schools without paying so much. You won't care who is in government, who is doing
or
what,
not.
Just like it is happening in Saudi Arabia. Only a single family, is controlling the whole of Saudi Arabia. You will not hear any agitation because everybody is comfortable. But it appears that is going to be difficult to achieve here in Nigeria. Look at what our present government is doing. They are trying to tackle corruption and see the myriad of challenges they are facing. facing challenges from the legislature, facing challenges from the judiciary, who are hell-bent on perpetuating the culture of corruption in this country. So what are they going to do? Personally, I believe, because it seems that under a democracy, we cannot achieve the kind of tackling the corruption that we really, the way we can.
All right, another day. Thank you so much. Let me take you from there, because that's where I was really going to. Yes. Because Professor Shibajo was saying, if you have the social structure in place, if you tackle corruption, if you reduce the gap between the poor and the rich, if there's everything there, like ODEDEYI is saying, nobody gives a hoot, or sorry about that, about my word. Nobody cares about what is happening at the center.
Well,
at least if I'm okay.
The problem is, how do you achieve that? You can never successfully fight corruption without making anti-corruption part of the cultural ideal of the people. You can never make, it's just like training a child. Why will I not steal? Because my parents taught me not to steal. Why will another child steal? It may be for several reasons. It may be because the child is hungry. It may be because he wasn't properly trained. It may be because he's following the example of somebody else.
Maybe the father.
The father. So now, how do you then fight corruption? It's not, you are never going to fight corruption. You will make some effort, and the government is trying. But in a situation where corruption has become a culture, like I said, it has become a wasting disease, like cancer. At the early stage, it is difficult to detect, but easy to cure. But we are now at a late stage. It is now easy to detect, but difficult to cure, like cancer that has metastasized. That's what corruption is. Now, how do you improve on social structure? Take education, for example. You cannot improve on it unless you have some standard. And standards in a nation that has different peoples vary.
Can I quickly take Obe? He's calling from Ayobo. Good morning, Obe.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, well done for the work you are doing there.
Thank you so much.
My own contribution is this. I want us to really know that this government that is going on now, and with all that we are educating for, look at what happened that we are talking about in Britain, or this. You know, there is a referendum. And as a result of that one, the referendum, do we saw the opinion of the common people, what they are passing through? It is better we sort it out, because although we have been together for long, as we say, but there's something that must happen. You know, all of us, we say we voted for change. And we can see what our leader over there are doing now. Is that what we voted for? So therefore, if we know that it is the citizens that control, then let us sample the opinion of the people. Then and see in the referendum, then we'll be able to know where are we going to. Because if nothing is done, in the generation that are coming, I am telling you, we are sitting on a time bombing.
Yes.
So the Lord God can also see us through. When we
Thank you so much, Obe. Thank you so much. Does the referendum come before you said there should be a convention before the convention itself.
Yes.
So the referendum comes after the pre-convention, or the pre-convention comes, which one comes first?
The pre-convention comes before the convention.
And where does the referendum come in?
Referendum is just to test an issue. It's the same, basically we are trying to achieve the same thing, to get the opinion of the people, of the peoples, as to what kind of nation do they want, what ideas. Let me give you a simple example. Police. Now I'm handling a case now for some people. And their position is that, look, there is this man who is killing us, who is doing this to us, who is committing a lot of criminality. And every time we go there, because he's from this ethnic group, and the man who we have to report to is from his ethnic group. So he keeps killing us. Because that one refuses to do anything, because the gentleman is from his ethnic group. So if you are from my ethnic group, you must be doing right. And I have to protect you.
Even though you are corrupt.
Even though you are committing crime.
A crime, serious crime.
So these are the problems. So maybe in that kind of convention, the people, the Igbos will say, look, we don't want any national police. Maybe we want National Guard. Because as far as we are concerned, we can police ourselves.
Mahmoud, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. You calling from Ikoyi?
Yes, I'm calling from Ikoyi, Lagos.
Good morning.
Yes, I want to thank my big brother, Dr. Tunji Aboyemi.
Yes, thank you.
The job he's doing for Nigeria is a great job.
Yes.
And may God, in His infinite mercy, bless him and his generation and his children.
Thank you very much.
Anytime I watch him speak and I go back to my bed, I cry. I say, oh, this is my good Lord.
Yes.
This man, he will be blessed.
Thank you.
And your children should be blessed.
Thank you.
And I hope one of your children will take after you as a lawyer. Please, sir.
Yes, sir.
I beg to say that we need to restructure this country because our politicians have disappointed us. The rate at which you are going, Oga, in short, I'm just trying to cry. Sometimes I try to laugh. The money these people are taking, every day new revelation, every day new revelations. Sometimes you have to even drink something, maybe a hot drink, or before you drink, you sleep. You can't sleep. We just need this country to be restructured. And thank you for all your efforts for this country, taking the federal government to the court for national issues. I thank you and God bless you. Thank you very much.
All right, and thank you so much, Mahmoud. Yes. Let's talk about fiscal sustainability and the responsibility of each state to handle its own resources and reducing the power at the center. Would that make governance better?
First, that's not going to happen without an agreement on people's constitution. I mean, just look at the National Assembly. It's a classical example of the tragedy of this nation. This is an assembly that is supposed to make law for order, good government, for peace, order, and good government. And in their entire action, it's against those three ideals. They don't make law for peace. They don't make law for order. They don't make law for government. And to make it even more tragic.
So what do they do?
They simply said they are preoccupied with how to make money.
For themselves or for themselves?
For themselves. That is why it is possible for a legislator, we are reading now that they shared 60 billion. Some legislators have billions in their account. Now these are the people. Now, what will a constitution of the people, what will it have done? Maybe when we come together in that political banquet, the Hausa Fulani man will say that no, we don't want a full-time legislator. Rather, we want a legislator that will go there and come back to come into our midst so that we can hold him responsible for his action. Look at the tragedy of Nigeria. A legislator will be there, take money, his salary, maybe some people say maybe 28 million per month, take allowance for committee, take constituency, illegal and unconstitutional constituency allowance, take money, loan in our name.
But they take hardship allowance also.
Take hardship allowance. Yes, not only that, but there is another tragedy. So after he has corrupted through our resources, he now leaves the Senate and then becomes governor again. He wants to be governor again.
Or leaves being a governor,
or
go to Senate.
A governor,
vice versa.
After corrupting himself, and then he becomes another legislator. So, thief come, thief go. Although the nation is imperiled.
It's a sad one. I have a caller from IKEJA. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
From IJESHA, ALHAJI AHMED. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Yes,
morning.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I want to help the order you are just in your stadium there. God bless you, man.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Bayo, I want to bless you. Why? Because anytime that I almost listen to this station every period of 11 o'clock. That I don't want to this station to miss me. And serious today, I will be a happiest man in this country today. Why? Because the analyst there is analyst in free to fair analysis. That there's nothing like either to back this one or back this one. He's saying the truth of this country. And in serious, that's the problem of this country. That's my own opinion for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You're saying the truth about the country itself. Where were we? We were talking about
the level of poverty. How can this nation be poor? Now, if we understand that this nation was better than Malaysia, was better than India, was standing. Look, the principal of my school, his name is Goy Garigiulo. He came, is the son of an Italian general. He came to this country after independence in 1960 from Cambridge. Welcome to Nigeria. When he was leaving Cambridge, there was a banner, welcome to Nigeria, the country of the future. Nigeria was supposed to be one of the nations that will define the world,
even above,
the world's advancement.
Even above the countries of the nations today that are doing fine.
Yes. That is the tragedy of this nation.
So it's the leadership. That's the problem.
The leadership
and the people.
The leadership without qualification. Leadership without control. Leadership without ideas. I think it was King Arthur who said this is the time of King Arthur when we should reach for the skies. Where are the leaders that want to reach for the skies? You take Awolowo, you take a few of them, I think in that initiative. Even them, they could have done a lot more to promote the national citizen at their time.
But there was a but.
But there was a but, obviously, you know. But we could have improved on that foundation.
Hello, good morning, Frank. You're calling from IKEJA. Frank, are you there? We're waiting for you.
Yeah, good morning, Mr.
Good morning, sir.
Tapo.
Good morning, sir.
This is Frank calling from IKEJA. What I just have to say is this. Restructuring is not our problem for now. All Nigeria needs is a restructuring of the mind, restructuring of the mind. In the sense that even if whatsoever we do in this country, we do it without the fear of God. Come on, a councillor here. When elected as a councillor, the next time you see him in a kind of comfortable car, when next you see him with a security guard, you will find it difficult to interact with him, discuss with him, not even to discuss issues that has to do with the government, that has to do with community. Do you understand it? What if he is elected as a governor or even a senator? What will happen? Do you understand? We just need to tell them to drop their ego. Let them drop their hand. Come down to our level. Let it be equal right and justice. That is what Nigeria needs.
Okay, then.
So restructuring is not our problem.
Okay. Thank you so much, Frank. Frank is saying we need to look within. It's not restructuring, really.
How do you work on the mind? Are we pastors? Government is not about pastoring. It's not about spirituality.
It's about governance.
It's about governance, about managing the resources of the nation.
What do you think
about reaching the ideals that makes life conducive for the people?
What do you think about devolution of power?
Devolution, all of that will come up
after.
In that banquet that I'm talking about. Look, when you are talking of devolution of power, it may vary. It may be a varying idea for different ethnic group. Some people don't even believe that the government should be involved in agriculture. Some people are of the view that, look, we should be able to manage our own resources here. Some people believe if we bring oil from our land, it should be our property. Why should we commit it to the federal government? And some believe that no, that should be a collective asset. All of these are issues we should freely agree upon.
But I know there's something that people will fully agree upon. That is fighting corruption. And what about making a governance less attractive?
No.
Because I think the problem with our leaders or the people that seem to lead us, it's us ourselves. Because when we talk about corruption, you say a gentleman has allegedly has stolen trillions. Trillions, that's a lot of money. But because he's from where I come from, he's my uncle, or he's somebody I've been my benefactor, or how do they put it? But I do the rank day every day. That's the problem. The people now say, I leave that man, is my man. Why? The people has got a part to play in all
that
this.
Precisely confirms the position that there's no agreement on that idea. In the internet, I saw a poster, please bring back our corruption. Against it. Why is the present government, in spite of the great effort to clean this nation from its most tormenting neurosis, corruption, why is it under so much attack if there is agreement on fighting corruption?
Can I quickly take Bello from Ikorodu? Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Bello from Ikorodu. I'm so much happy with what is going on right here. I'm very happy for the man you are speaking with. He's our brother.
Thank you.
Get him, and our what you are saying. So very much understanding. Like I'm living at Ikorodu. Exactly what is happening now, we are in problem in Ikorodu here. And because of all this ethnic problem and lack of, they don't job, nothing. Everybody's running here and there because everybody wants to play his own role as I come from this state, I'm from this one, so you have problem in this environment here. Everybody is running scatter. People are being destroyed. Things are not even normal for we living in this cold area. And the government, we haven't seen anything they are doing. Please, we need a very good government in the country. And I pray that God will give us to us in Jesus' name. All
right, thank you so much. Amen. Ikorodu, part of Ikorodu is under fire because I've had reports for people, they've called me, Singari let Ikorodu is under fire. Sorry about that. Ogun, under fire also. Don't let us talk about Niger Delta. The militants are blowing. With the little minutes we've got next, you're hoping to become the governor of Ondo State. What is it that you're going to do when we talk about these agitations? Because you are around the coastline also.
One thing that I will do is to listen to the people. I will listen to them. I will exchange thoughts in order to reach ideas that are conducive for their happiness. That's what I will do. The greatest advancement in human evolutionary progression is the product of the mind.
But people are saying if you listen to too many people, you might have ear problem. Like, if you know what
there are ways you listen to the people. That doesn't mean you will listen to every single person. That's the whole essence of, for example, electing people to represent peoples. The problem of this nation is that government is far from the people. Government does not even know what the people want. The military that forced the constitution or not, did they know what we want? They just said, this shall be the constitution of the people of Nigeria. It decreed it into law, whether we like it or not. It doesn't matter. Whether we want the roads in Lagos to be controlled by Lagos, it didn't matter. I made it federal roads.
So you're going to give a room for dialogue? Is that what you're saying?
There will be dialogue and reach some kind of resolutive ideas that is conducive to the interests of the people. They will be part of governance. The people will be stakeholders, not victims.
But what do you think? What do you think is the solution to these militancy? Talking from your angle, Ondo State is part of Niger Delta, thereabout. What do you think is the solution?
The solution to militancy. The militancy is not just in Niger Delta. Militancy is in the east.
Yes.
Is in the west.
Yes.
Is in the north.
Yes.
So what is the solution? I have told you the solution. The various groups need to meet in a conference of ethnic nationalities to come up with ideas for the purposes of creating a union, a federation of Nigeria. or a confederation of Nigeria, because it could be a confederation. Why do we simply dismiss it?
And that's the conclusion. We need to sit down and dialogue.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Come up with a constitution of the people, by the people, and for the people.
Nice having this chat with you this morning,
Yes.
Dr. Tunji Bayomi, constitutional lawyer, a professional in politics, and also governorship aspirant on Ondo State. Good luck in your endeavor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. My name is Dakbo Aruaje. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.